Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is Riad Ouarzazi. We're coming you to another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2014, day 6. My brothers and sisters out there, if you read the Quran, you will realize or find out that the Quran, subhanAllah, it mentions, that Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in the Quran two types of diseases. Psychological, spiritual diseases, or then you have physical diseases. مرض عضوي ومرض جسدي، أو مرض معنوي ومرض عضوي جسدي. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for instance, he mentions with regard to the physical disease about Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he says وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينَ, and when I get sick, Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one who gives me the cure. This is in Surah Al-Shu'ara, ayah number 30. So with regard to the physical diseases, even the prophets had to experience it, subhanAllah, like Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam. And also now, since we're talking about the other type of disease, the heart disease. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that in the Quran as well. So Al-Baqarah, في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. In their hearts there is marad. فزادهم الله مرضا. And Allah increased them in sickness. What kind of sickness here? The heart sickness, the psychological, moral sickness. So here I'm gonna talk. I won't call it a sickness, but let's call it bad habits. I want to focus on bad habits, especially in Ramadan, and how to break these bad habits in Ramadan. Would you consider these bad habits as physical diseases or psychological diseases? It depends, case by case basis. But here they just talk about these bad habits and how maybe to focus in Ramadan. Why Ramadan? Because research they say that it takes an average of 30 days to break a habit. An average of 30 days. And here we are in Ramadan, the best time to break these bad habits if you're suffering from one. But first of all, my sisters and my brothers, we need to realize, if you have a bad habit, you need to realize and recognize the fact that you have that you're suffering from that bad habit. You cannot be living in the state of denial that I'm saying I'm okay, I'm fine. No, first of all, you need to recognize that if you have a bad habit, recognize it, understand it, and be willing to change it, inshallah ta'ala. Number 2, also behavioral psychology. They claim that all our behaviors, subhanAllah, all our behaviors are either rewarded or punished. If you smoke, for instance, you'll be rewarded with let's say stress relief. If you're overeating, you're rewarding yourself with the taste of food, and so on and so forth. So figure out how your bad habits are rewarding you. Then you'll be able to change and break that bad habit. But first you need to figure out how they're rewarding you. In what sense? In what way? Figure out also when you do that bad habit. When do you indulge in it? Under what circumstances? What are the feelings attached to it? Once you may figure that out. Once you figure out why you're doing it, you'll be able to stop it. This is a mental thing. It's a psychologically proven. First, you need to what are the feelings attached to that bad habit. Like do I bite my fingers every time I feel angry, or do I smoke every time I feel depressed? There's certain feelings. There's certain things attached to it. Certain circumstances. Once I found about those circumstances, then I can make it difficult for me. I can make it hard. I can make it even impossible to indulge into that bad habit. This is one of the ways. In fact, there are many other ways. I'm going to share with you some very, very practical ways on how to break these bad habits in this blessed month of Ramadan, inshaAllah ta'ala. So stay tuned for another session of ROC Your Ramadan, another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2014 tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, where I will give you some more practical steps on how to break these bad habits, inshallah ta'ala. Until tomorrow for another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2014, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.